Hi ladies, back for part 2. The only thing that I did after I left you in the last part was to add some more of these little pearl dangles to the sides. I just like the way that it finished it off. So I did that on all of these sides here. So now I was also playing with this small piece of trim that I had left over from doing the top here. And I really kind of like the way that it looks right here. Kind of balances it out a little bit. So that is something that I'm considering doing. Now you can still see the trim, but even if you can't, it's okay. We can do these things. And we still have this beauty that we have to add. We still have more of these. So I'm going to set that aside. And we still have, I separated these. There was 2 of them together. So I separated them out. So we have that. And we have some ribbons, which we're going to be making into some bows. Let's see what we have in our little goodie box. Because I believe there are some more flowers in here. Doesn't this just look like this yummy, like you're going to open this up and it's just going to be filled with yummy chocolates? It's not chocolates, but it is yummy. Look at these. Oh, these are just glorious. Look at those. We've got that. Oh, and this. I wish I could feel that. Oh, definitely feels yummy. We have some wheat sprays. We have some more pink sprays. Oh, I love these. And then we have an entire bag filled with goodies. Oops. It would help if I put it on the camera so y'all can see it. Okay, so we have this to add some sparkle and some bling. And then we have these corsage pens that we're going to make into stick pins, which I will add in here. So I'm going to set those in there for right now, and I'm going to set this in here for right now. Because right now I want to concentrate on the flowers and the bows. So we have all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 of these gorgeous little petals. And we have these, this one, and this pink one, which I can see right now. This pink one is going to go in the center. Just going to move this up a little bit. See, they're twisted together, so it's very easy to just untwist them and arrange them the way that you want to. See, I wanted that leaf up just a little bit higher. So, kind of wanted it to be in the center. So I'm just kind of rearranging. And then you can just twist it back. And these leaves are wired too. So, and the flowers as well. I am going to cut this off, and you can save this because you never know when it might come in handy. So I'm just going to cut this off. So we have that. And then we have this gorgeous flower right here, which also can be shaped and formed any way you like it. I am going to cut this off because we don't need that. do like that. Now don't forget, we also have, where'd I put them? We have leaves. Oh, good grief. I'm okay. We have these, which I was kind of toying with the idea of perhaps having these, or we could even go this way. Let me take that off for right now. And then have this. That's kind of pretty, but I think I wanted it more going along the sides than I did going up front, across the front, I mean. Let's just see. Well, I know one thing for sure. These have got to be cut down so that they're workable. I was going to see about inserting this kind of like that, although I'm not crazy about that leaf in there now. So that may have to come out. Now that I see the pink in here, I'm not sure that I want it in here because, although maybe, I don't know, let's try it down here. Right here maybe. Oops. I'm just kind of trying the layout here to see which way I like it, if I like it, if I want to keep it. I think I want this over here. So let me just try this again to see. So I was thinking about doing this and then adding like a big puffy bow right here. Something like that. I don't want it to get too awfully busy though. So we've got 2, 3, so I don't know if I want to use that or not. And what I may do is put these here along with some sprays. I may not use that at all. I'm just going to set that to the side for right now. And then use a few of these over here with some of these. Let's just see. Let's see what we see. So I'm just separating these. And I'm going to give them a good twist because I don't want them to come apart and then just cut off part of the wire. You have to excuse the noises from outside. They're doing a great deal of tree trimming around here. So if I jump and kind of yell out a little bit, just forgive me, because it's a startle reflex from hearing things go crash, boom, bang. Yes, I like that. So I'm going to start gluing this down right here, just this first part. So I'm going to glue, oops, I'm going to glue this, and then I'm going to glue this, like so. I'm just going to hold that for a second. And I'm going to add this in here while that glue is still drying, and kind of hold that in place too. So I do like that. Little bit of pink. Little hint of pink. And then I'm going to just lift this up, and I'm just going to start gluing in these little wheat sprays, these like crystal wheat sprays. I just think these are so pretty. As you can see, I'm just adding, I hope you can see, just adding little dabs of glue here and there. Like so. This one may have to be cut down a bit. Yep, there we go. See how nice that lays right in that leaf? Okay, so that's what we have so far. Oops. That's what we have so far. Now, we still have more. We have more that we can play with. We have more wheat sprays. We have another leaf, and we also have these. I also want to use this gorgeous thing right here. I just love the dangles. Love, love, love dangles. So, I'm pretty sure that I want that to go on the other side. So, I'm just going to just glue right around that circle right there and attach that. Now I have this other leaf like this, but I think I want to go the opposite way from this one. Maybe like that. Yep, let's go that way. So again, just a little bit of glue. Now, we still have stick pins to make to go on here as well. I kind of want this. I'm going to have to cut this off way some more. Oops. Let's see if I want all of these or if I just want a few. I just want a few. That's too many. So maybe 3. This is why it's good to play before you start gluing. Oh yeah, that's prettier. Yeah. And I want some of these as well. So there was like 6 of these that you can use. So I'm going to glue these down and glue that right in the center. I'm just going to hold that and just kind of fluff these out. You have your dangles. And then we have more of the wheat sprays. Oh, I want that up here. So as you can see, it kind of, kind of frames her face. Now we still have stick pins, which I'm going to make in just a moment, but I also want to make a bow. I think I need to glue that down just a little bit better so it stays where I want it. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Now, I do want to make a bow. And I think I'm going to use a piece of this wire that came off of this flower spray here to make my bow. And I still have more flowers. We may yet use those. Don't know. But what I'm going to do is take both of these ribbons and just kind of make a multi-loop bow using my fingers. And I know you guys have seen this, excuse me, several times, but I'm just going to go in and out of my fingers like this. Oops, easier said than done there, Robin. Try to keep them together. And then cross them in the back. Now in between these fingers here, I'm just going to take that piece of wire and run it underneath all of those ribbons like that. And just pull this up and twist it. But before you twist it, make sure that you have these evenly distributed on both sides before you twist it tight. And they look pretty good to me. So I'm just going to twist these in the back. I'm going to take this off my fingers so that I can get it centered. And then I'm bringing them around to the back. And I'm just twisting that piece of wire that we cut off that flower spray. Okay, now all we have to do at this point is just to kind of fluff out our bow. And my friend Michelle Pipeling, she showed me a little trick that I want to do on this, and she just took it and she crumpled it all up. And the first time I saw her do this, I went, oh, what is she doing? May probably having a heart attack because she takes such great pains to make all of this so pretty. But I liked what Michelle did because it just gave it that, you know, kind of shabby, unfinished kind of look. You know, you don't want perfection. We want natural. So that's what I was doing, is just playing with it. It still didn't get totally shabby, but enough so that I'm happy with it. I'm just going to cut off that excess wire. Now we're going to play with where we want this to go. I thought about it up here on top. Can you see? Let me turn it around so you can see that. Like right here. And then I thought about it right here, because we still have these gorgeous brooches that are in here. So one of these brooches is going to be used to attach the dangle to the box. But we also have this beautiful butterfly, which we could attach like this, have the butterfly in here. Or could have the bow go underneath these flowers like this, and then have the butterfly like lighting on the flower. Okay, well, let's try this brooch. Perhaps the butterfly could go up under here, or even, whoops, which way do I want it? Even like right here. I don't know. See, that bow's covering up her face, so I don't like that there. So maybe we'll go with that butterfly right here, because I do like that. Let me see about this. Up here. We're going to have to cut those off, I think. I still want this to be free and frilly. Perhaps if I do it this way, it might even look like a crown for her. I think I kind of like that. Still going to use the butterfly though. But we may use the butterfly on the dangle charms. So I'm going to let this just sit here and stare at me for a minute. And I'm going to set it aside while I work on the stick pins that are going to go in here as well. I really do like that pin there. I'm just not sure about this bow. I know I want the bow in here. Don't want it covering her up. Oops. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with that bow. Yep, we're going to smush this up inside underneath this flower right here. Just going to add a good amount of glue, and then I'm just going to take it and squish it together, and that's going to add that fluff to the center. I'm just going to stick my finger in there and push it up. I'm going to trim it off just a bit, not a lot, because I still want those dangles. I'm just cutting it like on an angle, which I may have already done. Now I may take another one of these, or two of these, and just add it right in the center. Yeah, I think that'll do the trick. But I'm not going to twist these together. I'm going to cut this off a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. They're back with their trunk eaters. You know those chipper things where they chew up the cut down trees. I hate to see trees come down, but this area was originally, many, many years ago, swampland. So the trees have very shallow root systems, and they get into the sewer, and they also, because of that, get a high water table, so they tend to fall over and go bang on people's houses really easily. So, okay, there we have that. I like that. Can you see that? Okay, now I may put this brooch right here in the center. Not sure, I kind of like that up here, but I'm just going to lightly put it in here for right now in case I don't like it there. Okay, now I'm going to play with the stick pins. Set that aside. Get some glue strings off of me. And we're also going to play with, so far, train of thought just derailed right there. I still have a few pieces of things left over that I might be able to utilize. I'm kind of eyeballing this and that, and maybe even that pink leaf I took out for another area over here on the box. But back to the stick pins. Where did I put those? In my box of chocolates. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of dump all of my goodies in the top of this box so that I can see what I have to work with. These are so cute. Alrighty then. I've got some chain to work with for my large dangle. And we may just work on both of these at the same time, ladies. Because we can. Okay. We have so many options to choose from here. We do have a couple of these gorgeous little wings, which I could add to this. See, that's her head. And we could use something like this for her body. Or could use a longer one, like that for her body. I kind of like that. Let's see. Put something right on the bottom here. Well, can't pick it up. So what I'm going to do is just add a little dab of glue right here to attach the wings. Oops, that went flying. I'm going to have to find that. Okay. I'll use this one for right now.
Hey, Nana. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have like a couple smooths and quarters so I can get some worms to go fishing?
No.
I asked Tim to see if he has anything in the van.
I don't have anything in here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, that. I like that one better anyhow. See? Boo-boos make happy mistakes. So this one I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue. Take some of that off of there. Get all these glue strings off of here. So there we have one stick pin. This little bitty angel. And she will go in here somewhere. And I need to find that other bead that I dropped. Okay, maybe not. I'll just use one angel for right now. I can always make another one when I find it and add it back on there. You guys don't need to sit and watch me search for my angel body. So I'm just kind of getting out the things that I think I want to use for some of these pins. I know I want some bead caps, some small beads. That one is pretty. It's kind of a gold color. There's so much to choose from in here, ladies. It's just unbelievable. And here is a key that I might be able to glue on there somewhere. And I have a crayon. I'm kind of separating out the charms here. Because I know I want those to go onto the little chunky dangle thing. Okay. So here we have one of these. It's just one of those little circles. I'm going to put that up here, I think. And then I'm going to put on a bead cap. And then I'll put on a bead. And then I'm going to put on another bead cap, I think. And another, wait, enough. Another bead here. then I think I want to add this to the bottom. Maybe not. Let's see what else we have. Something in between there though. Maybe I'll use a smaller bead yet. That might be pretty. This is where you can get really, really creative. Yeah, I kind of like that. So that's the layout we're going to go with on this one. Just a slight dab of glue. That's all you need. You don't have to use hot glue. You could use what? A6000. Anything would work on this. Any type of adhesive that you like to work with. So there we have stick pin number 2. And you can see how easily with that cushion that these stick in there. So I still have 2 more stick pins to go, and I know that I want to use one of this and possibly that together. I have 2 of those. And I have some big ones over here that I want to make some dangles with. And then I have some flat backs too that we may use on the box. Might not be on the outside, but we'll use them. I like these colors. Yes, I do. So let's find, I think we'll use this one. Okay. So I need one of these little circles, and then bead cap. I'm using these smaller ones and saving. There's other bead caps in here that are big that I want to use for the bigger beads. And, oops, let's see. One of those. This. And try no. Keep it simple, Robin. Don't get carried away. Okay, I'm just going to use, let me try this one here just to see what it looks like. Okay, I'm just going to start with what I know I like. As you can see, I'm just barely adding the glue to it so that it sticks. You don't need a lot. Okay. So there we have another stick pin. And I'm just setting these in the box. That's not necessarily where they're going to live, but I'm just setting them there while we figure out. Okay, I'm going to try one of these on here just to see. how well it works. I like that. And I also want to see how this works. Not sure about that top. These are kind of big, but yeah, it swallows up that bead. So I'm going to go back to the standby here. This bead cap. And I have a couple of these little, or maybe just one. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. Well, come back here. Oh my word. Glue, 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 everywhere glue. My goodness. Alright, well, I think I'm going to set that one aside for right now because I want to find that other body unless I do this. Hang on. Let me try something. I don't think I like that head on there though. Stay here. Where did I put? There it is. And just experimenting, ladies. Just experimenting. Yeah, I like that. So see what I did? Oops. Just created another angel body, and I'll still have that other bead when I find it, which will come to use at some point. So just pushing this up and wiping off any excess glue, and then you can just let it fall and see where you need to dab your next amount of glue. Stay, don't fall. Okay, so now we have another little angel. Now we're going to work on the dangle part of this. Let me get some of this yuck out of the way. Now the first thing I want to work on is going to be probably the biggest one. And these are the flat backs that I have. That we may work into the book. Maybe on the inside though. So I'm just going to set those off to the side. Oops. Don't you go anywhere. And then I have my butterfly, which definitely is getting used. So let's just do some of these bad boys. Okay, so we have some eye pins which enable us to create these dangles that will attach, and also some jump rings that will enable us to attach these beads to our chain, and our chain is going to be attached to our brooch, which is going to be pinned to the side of the box. Hope that was as clear as mud. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start with a big one because the bigger one is going to go on the bottom. So I need a big cap, like so, and then a big bead, like so, that, and then another big cap because I want to encapsulate this large boy right here. See how pretty that is? Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm going to leave enough so that I can turn this at the end to make a loop. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to. So I think if I put anything more on here, it's going to make it difficult to make a loop. So I just cut that off. And I'm just going to hold my finger down here to keep that eye pin situated. And I'm going to turn this and then bring this up just to make a loop like that. You can just straighten it out like so. And then I'm going to get a jump ring. Easier said than done. Oh, geez, I thought I had it. Okay, just gonna take my pliers, my round nose and my flat nose chain mail, chain whatever these are. And I'm going to insert that through that loop I just made and onto the bottom of my chain. And then to close these jump rings back up, you always twist them to the side and you just twist it back the same way until you can hear that click. Probably can't hear that. But there's your first bubble. Now the next one I'm going to use is, what I'm going to do is try to go, like arrange these on either side to see where I want things to fall. Like this. And I also have, this one's kind of heavier, I think. We may add that butterfly right on here. Let's try that and see what happens. I've got a bigger jump ring that will accommodate both the flower and the butterfly. So let's just see what that does. So that one is a wee bit smaller. So I just twisted that right to the side. And I'm going to add the butterfly and the flower and this. Heard it that time, huh? And then this whole thing will just get, oh, that's kind of cute. Yeah, I like that. And I can see this needs to be tightened just slightly. That bead cap is coming loose. So, I'm going to fix it. Just a little dab of glue. That will take care of it coming loose. Like that. Okay, now I also have this other gorgeous bead that I want to use. There's a couple of them that I want to use actually. I want to use them all. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna use them all. So let me get another eye pin here. Wow, fumble fingers. So I'm gonna put the eye pin through the bead cap, through the big bead, Then I'm going to take this separator like this. It looks like a little flower. I'm going to add that onto the bottom of the bead. And then I have another one of these beads. Whoop! And it wants to go flying like that. And I have this bead. But I also want maybe I want another bigger one. And then the small one. Is that going to leave me enough room? No, I don't think it will. So let me try this. Let's go with this type. Let's see another one. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Put that on there. And then this one. No, that's not going to work because that won't be enough. So I'm just going to have to go with this one. That's cute anyway. So I'm just going to break off a little bit, cut off a little bit of this wire because I don't need all that. An eye pin. And do be careful when you cut those off because those will fly everywhere. So let me get myself straight instead of crooked. Not sure why I was going crooked, but I was. So I just bent it out to the side like that. And then, and everybody does this differently. It's whatever, you know, you're comfortable with. Holding the bottom. And then I'm just going to twist this bead or this wire back on itself. Like that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is hang it that way. Because I could also dangle something else off the bottom of this later on. But for right now, I'm going to use another one of these. Oh, goodness sakes. Jump rings. Just going to open this up. I need to add one to this too. I see I need to do that before I go making too many more bubbles. Bubbles. I'm just going to close this back up for right now until I figure out placement. This is just getting it ready. So I know I want this and this. That one I need to add a jump ring to. Forgot what I was doing. Happens a lot. In this one, I'm going to reuse that jump ring that I took off of here. I'm going to put it on here because this one is already long enough, and the shorter jump ring will enable it to hang a little bit better. Plus, it's waste not, want not, right? So as you can see, I'm not making those real tight right now just because I want to arrange how I want this placement to go. And then we have this crown. Okay. We still have some beads. Let's play. Okay, so I'm going to use this bead cap, one of these white beads. Then I'm going to use this, looks like a flower. And put that on the bottom of the bead. And then I am going to use this white one. It's kind of like a pearlescent. And no, I'm going to save that for there. Let's try this bad boy on here and see what happens. Nope, too many. Too many, too many. So let's use this one. Do I like it? Do I? I don't think I do. Let's see. Let's just add another. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to cut off again just a little bit. Holding these on there tightly. And then just, says me, roll this back like so. So we have another, oops, little decal. Now these, if they get bent, they straighten out really easily with your fingers. So we've got a bead cap. We've got this little guy here. Then we have, let's try this. That might not be a big enough bead, but what if I reverse it? I could reverse it. Yes, I could. Let's try a big one. And this. And that. And let's see, do I have another? How many of these do I have left? So this one I know I want to. Oh, I have two of these big ones left too. Okay. These two I know I want to work together. Let's see if this one will work on here. Not crazy about that, but again, let's reverse the order. See, this is what happens when you start playing. One way doesn't work, you try it another way. So we're going to put the flower bead cap, then the white one, like that. Then we're going to put the spacer, this one, and this bead cap right here, like that. I like that better. Okay, we're going to go with it just because we're going to go with it. Because I may have to straighten this out just a bit. So I think that I picked just slightly bent when I put it in here, but that's okay. I hope I am not boring you guys to death, but I'm determined to get this one completed on the outside as much as possible so that it's ready for the add-on kit when that comes. So I'm just going to add just a little tiny dab of glue because I don't like these necessarily moving around. Now, when you've got a situation where you think it might be bent, you can take your pliers around those and you know, chain nose or flat nose or whatever you have, and just kind of, straighten it so that they're a little more even, like that. And there you have it. So we have that one, and then we have this one. So I think I want that one over here, this one over here, this one over here. Got to see what I'm working with here, because this one needs to go down just a tad more. I'm going to cut that off a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, so that one's going to go on here. So I think I want one more for this side, and that'll kind of balance it out. I think. And May is so generous with all her supplies that you will have leftovers, unless you're very, very clever, which I'm not. So I think what I'm going to do is save those. Wow, that looks like a little umbrella head. I want to use this gold one, so I will. Oi, oi, oi. I guess I wasn't supposed to use it like that, huh? Because I was questioning whether I wanted to use this bead cap. Oh, dummy. I put the eye pin back away instead of bead cap. I'll be alright someday. Someday I will. So I'm going to get my beads back. Put that away. And we're going to try this without the bead cap and see just how it looks. Where'd my other one go? Here it is. I like it, so we're just gonna bend it over. Make our little loop. I know I get myself into some odd positions when I make these. I've noticed that. It's like, what are you doing? Why do you have to twist your body? You know how some people like twist their tongue and stuff around when they're concentrating? I seem to twist my body around for whatever reason. Okay. Attach a jump ring. And then we're going to put these together. We're going to attach the brooch. So I know I want this one up here because it's smaller. You could always move these around if you don't like the placement, but I want to attach this one on this side. Hope you ladies can see what I'm doing. Okay. Just twisting it open. I'm going to go into the third chain from the bottom and attach this. And if you kind of count your chain lengths when you're doing this, it kind of helps it get more evenly spaced. So I'm not going to, you don't want them on the exact same chain. So if you go like on the third link on one side, maybe you'll want to go like on the fourth or fifth one on the other side, and just kind of randomly go back and forth like that. So I think I want the butterfly on this side, the bird cage on this side. Yes, I do. Okay, so I'm going to attach the bird cage to this side. And I want it hanging so I can see about where I want it to be. And this is all just personal preference, where you want it to hang, how you want it to look. So now I want to put, oops, on the other side, I want to add, this one's bigger, so it's got to go on here. Yeah, because this has a longer little thingy on it. So I'm going to add this. Whoops. Spinning. It's spinning. And then I'm going to go right here in between these other ones and attach this one. Okay. So far we have that. Now the butterfly, because it is longer, I'm going to have to attach it up here further. So I'm going to use this. Again, not just kind of twisting either forward or back. Yeah, like that right there. And sometimes get a little misshapen, but you can usually just manipulate it with your pliers. So it's a fairly, I mean, it's a strong wire, but not so strong that you can't adjust it if need be. And that's all I'm doing. Okay, so we have that. Now I do want this one. Let's see. I'm going to put the crown on this side.
I got all the tubes up. Everything in the tube bag.
Sorry about that, ladies. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I think I got that on there. Did I get it? Not quite. There we go. And one more. You can see how chunky this got. Oops. And I have just the right amount of jump rings. May, you're so good. You are so good. But we already knew that. So this one is going to go right here. Like so. And the next step is to attach our brooch, because the brooch is what's going to attach to the side of our book. And for those of you who have already watched Michelle and or May, I'm sure you can see that these are very much alike, but yet also different. I'm just going to close that up because I'm not taking off the brooch backing. I'm just going to this part so you can see that this is an actual brooch, and I'm just going to open up. Move those out of the way. I'm going to open up the pin and just slip this jump ring on there, and there you have your chunky charms to go on the side. So you can see, don't panic when you see the way I've stuck the pins in, but I just put them there for, what did I just put? What just happened? Oh, my key fell off. Thought about my key being there. Sorry about my head, ladies. Oh. Okay, there we go. I got it. So what I'm going to do is make this stay on here, and I'm just going to attach this to the side of my book. I'm just pinning it right to that lace that we applied to the side. And I'm sorry if this video is quite long, but there's quite a lot in here, and that's why, you know, we've all decided to, do these in 2 stages, because otherwise these might be like 3-hour long videos, and I don't think anybody wants to sit through a 3-hour long video. We would need intermission and popcorn and entertainment in between. Okay. This takes a little bit of finessing, but we're almost there. Says me. This might be an hour long watching Robin try to get this on here. Ha. Okay. I think we've got it. By George. By George, I think we've got it. Okay. So as you can see, I need to straighten that out a bit. May have to add a dab of glue right up here to keep this from flopping around, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to add a drop of glue right here. And you could use E6000 if you wanted to, but it's just because this is heavy, it has a tendency to want to pull it forward and make the brooch go. Okay. So I'm just putting it on there, and I'm just holding this while it dries. You can arrange these or just let them fall however you like that. Oops, all my leftovers from the inside fell out. And I'm not doing the inside right now. I am going to wait for the add-on kit that's coming later, and we'll do the inside all at the same time. So I'm just going to put these back in here. There, we have that. And like I said, I have not finished the bottom. I think what I'm going to do with the back of the book is just, I'm out of felt. So I am going to get some felt and add the felt to the back of it, just to finish it off a bit. And I'm just taking my stick pin that I created with the angel, and as you can see, I'm just sort of adding them here and there. I've got 4, so we can do, you know, here and there. I definitely want this one because it's got the pink. Oops, you can't see it there. Gotta stand it up a little bit. So now we have to decide, do we want this? And you know what, I'm just going to attach this for now and see how we feel later on when we get to going to the inside, because if you just attach it and not break it off, you always have the option of moving it. So there we have, let me put these inside here. I'm going to put all my leftovers in because we also have the flat back pearls that I did not use on the outside that we may use on the inside. So there we have the outside completed. I hope you've liked this, ladies. I'm sorry if it was very long, but there was a lot of items to use in here. So stay tuned for pictures. And until next time, ladies, be kind to each other. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share and subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, God bless you. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.